Welcome to this video on the evolution of NASA and the history of space science. For over 6 decades, NASA has been at the forefront of space exploration and scientific discovery, pushing the boundaries of what we know about the universe and our place in it. From the early days of the space race to the cutting-edge missions of today, NASA has paved the way for human spaceflight, planetary science, and astrophysics. Join us as we explore the incredible history of NASA and the groundbreaking achievements that have shaped our understanding of the cosmos. For over 60 years, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, has been at the forefront of space exploration and scientific discovery. From the early days of the space race to the cutting-edge missions of today, NASA has pushed the boundaries of what we know about the universe and our place in it. The early years of NASA. NASA was created in response to the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, in 1957. In 1958, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the National Aeronautics and Space Act into law, creating NASA as a civilian agency responsible for the nation's civilian space program. In the early years of NASA, the agency focused on sending humans into space and developing the technology needed to achieve this goal. In 1961, NASA astronaut Alan Shepard became the first American in space, and in 1969 Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to walk on the moon as part of the Apollo 11 mission. The Space Shuttle era. In the 1970s, NASA began development of the Space Shuttle, a reusable spacecraft that would make it possible to launch and repair satellites, conduct scientific experiments, and even build a space station in orbit. The first Space Shuttle Columbia launched in 1981, and over the next 30 years, the Space Shuttle program would fly 135 missions, including the deployment of the Hubble Space Telescope, the International Space Station. In the 1990s, NASA began work on the International Space Station, ISS, a joint project with international partners that would be the largest and most complex spacecraft ever built. The first components of the ISS were launched in 1998, and over the next 2 decades, astronauts from around the world would conduct research and experiments aboard the station, exploring the solar system and beyond. NASA has also been at the forefront of exploring our solar system and beyond. In the 1960s and 70s, NASA sent a series of robotic missions to study the planets and their moons, including the Voyager and Viking missions. In the 1990s, NASA launched the Belia mission to study Jupiter and its moons, and the Cassini mission to study Saturn and its moons. In recent years, NASA has continued to explore our solar system and beyond with missions like the New Horizons spacecraft, which flew by Pluto in 2015, and the Juno mission, which is currently studying Jupiter. NASA is also planning a series of ambitious missions to Mars, including the Mars 2020 rover and the first manned mission to Mars in the 2030s. The future of NASA. As NASA looks to the future, the agency is focused on developing new technologies and capabilities to explore deep space, including the Space Launch System, SLS rocket, and the Orion spacecraft, which will carry humans beyond low Earth orbit for the first time since the Apollo era. NASA is also partnering with private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin to develop new commercial space capabilities and reduce the cost of spaceflight. NASA's evolution and contributions to space science have been significant over the years. In addition to the milestones mentioned earlier, NASA has also achieved several other notable accomplishments. These include developing the Hubble Space Telescope, which has provided stunning images of distant galaxies and increased our understanding of the universe. Sending several rovers to explore the surface of Mars, including the Curiosity rover, which is currently exploring the planet's Gale crater. Launching the Kepler spacecraft, which has discovered thousands of exoplanets orbiting distant stars and advanced our understanding of planetary formation and habitability. Conducting research on the International Space Station, ISS, where astronauts have spent over 20 years conducting experiments and testing technologies for long-duration spaceflight. Collaborating with international partners on missions such as the Cassini-Huygens mission to Saturn and its moons, and the Rosetta mission to study a comet up close. Looking ahead, NASA has ambitious plans for the future, including returning humans to the moon as part of the Artemis program, sending missions to explore Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Titan, and continuing to search for signs of life beyond Earth. The agency is also developing new technologies to enable future human missions to Mars and beyond. NASA's evolution over the past 60 years has been a remarkable journey of innovation, discovery, and exploration. The agency's accomplishments have expanded our understanding of the universe and our place in it, and have inspired generations to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. As NASA continues to push the boundaries of what is possible in space exploration, the future promises to be even more exciting and groundbreaking than the past. NASA's evolution and contributions to space science have also involved important advancements in space technology. The agency has developed a number of innovative technologies to enable space exploration, from propulsion systems to life support systems, communication systems to robotics. Many of these technologies have also found applications on Earth, from medical imaging to environmental monitoring. One example of a NASA-developed technology with widespread applications is the Global Positioning System, GPS. Originally developed by the U.S. Department of Defense for military use, NASA played a critical role in developing and refining the technology for civilian use. Today, GPS is used for everything from navigation systems in cars and smartphones to tracking wildlife migration patterns and monitoring earthquakes. NASA has also played a key role in promoting international cooperation in space exploration. The agency has collaborated with space agencies from around the world on a wide range of missions, from the International Space Station to joint missions to Mars and beyond. These partnerships have not only expanded our knowledge and understanding of the universe, but have also fostered goodwill and cooperation among nations. NASA's evolution has not been without its challenges and setbacks. Tragically, the agency has experienced several high-profile disasters, including the Apollo 1 fire in 1967, the Challenger disaster in 1986, and the Columbia disaster in 2003. These tragedies serve as a reminder of the risks and challenges of space exploration and the importance of continuing to develop new technologies and safety protocols. Despite these challenges, NASA's evolution over the past 60 years has been a testament to the agency's perseverance, dedication, and commitment to scientific excellence. As we look to the future, NASA's continued efforts to explore and understand the universe will undoubtedly yield new discoveries and push the boundaries of what is possible in space exploration. In recent years, NASA's evolution has seen a renewed focus on exploring our own solar system, with a particular emphasis on Mars. In 2012, NASA's Mars Curiosity rover landed on the Red Planet, marking the beginning of a new era of Mars exploration. Since then, NASA has launched additional missions to Mars, including the Mars Atmosphere and Volatile Evolution (MAVEN) orbiter and the Mars InSight lander. NASA's evolution has also involved a shift towards developing new technologies and capabilities for deep space exploration. One of the agency's most ambitious projects is the development of the Space Launch System, SLS, a powerful rocket that will eventually carry astronauts on missions to deep space destinations, including Mars. NASA is also developing the Orion spacecraft, which will serve as the crew vehicle for SLS missions. NASA's evolution has also involved expanding our understanding of the universe beyond. The agency has launched a number of missions to study distant stars, galaxies, and other celestial objects, including the Hubble Space Telescope and the Kepler mission, which has discovered thousands of exoplanets orbiting other stars. As NASA's evolution continues, the agency faces new challenges and opportunities. The rise of commercial space companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin has opened up new possibilities for space exploration and could potentially transform the way we approach space travel. At the same time, NASA must continue to navigate political and budgetary challenges to maintain its leadership in space science and exploration. Nevertheless, NASA's over the past 6 decades has demonstrated the agency's ability to adapt, innovate, and push the boundaries of what is possible in space exploration. With new technologies, new partnerships, and a continued commitment to scientific excellence, NASA is poised to continue shaping the future of space science and exploration for years to come.